Upward Spiral Gang, we are live once again, live and direct from the studio here, live from Kolkata, India. Thank you so much for the 5,000 subscribers, and we've reached the limit, but our power levels cannot be stopped. Now we're all going all the way to the finish line, baby. 10K is the next goal. And we just want to spread our message as Primal Sutra. Okay, I'm a cult leader. It's nice to meet you. My name is Sumit Chatterjee, also known as Uncle Makara, Dr. Scripps. I have lots of nicknames. Zoom, okay. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that it's evolved into what it is now. And Primal Sutra is such a powerful philosophy. It's a doctrine. It's a meditation technique. It's a dance style. It's a yoga style, okay? It goes into the mechanics of mind, body, spirit, okay? And we really start to understand what we heard last night. We did a channeling, well, Ryan G did a channeling for Ananta, his first time channeling Adi Shesha, okay? And we recognized that that portal was so important. And actually, it's really funny because Ananta told us to celebrate, right? As like, what do we do for this portal? Why is it important? And Ananta was just like, you just have to learn how to celebrate. You know, why do we making fun so complicated? Like, prime your celebrations, you know? Even if something bad happens in your life, you can still celebrate that, you know? In a good way. You can take it, you can transmute the energy. You are an alchemist, you are a shaman. You're allowed to feel what you want to feel. You get what I mean? It's up to you to create your own reality here. All right. So let's share this with the tribe and edit some of these settings. Let's go. Wired in, baby. From a whole different dimension you don't even know yet. My goodness, this dimension feels so amazing. This new timeline, it feels so transcendent, but I feel here. I feel wired in at the same time. It's like a relaxed alertness and alpha waves flowing through my body and system. Let's get it. Okay. So this is, I'm living proof of consistency can get you an outcome. You just got to keep winning, right? That's the mentality. Just shut up and win. Okay. Don't complain and win because that's not, you know, so what? It's hard for everybody, you know, like especially someone who can stack all of their opinions and prejudices against themselves. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be like a gunk, right? To slow you down. But what if you were to feel abundant, free, whole, complete as you are, and take on that thought form, take on that manuscript, right? Allow yourself to step in. You see, the reason why a lot of people cannot access the state of flow, okay, is very simple. Okay, the answer is very simple. They're scammers. What do I mean by this? You ever got almost scammed by a psychic scammer? Okay, you guys know what I mean? I'm sensing some energy from your profile. Let me do a quick reading for you. Okay, there's a certain type of language with a psychic scammer where they're faking it, right? They're faking this false persona of love and light, whereas really inside they're like a fucking, you know, vermin. They're like a leech, but they're showing this love and light archetype to the world. You see? And that's what's stopping your natural flow, because if you put on this persona, this mask, and you try to be cool and you try to, you know, posture in certain ways and, you know, amplify yourself in certain measures, you just can't be you. Can't flow as you, the purest you that you are, that you know you are already. Okay. So what if the confident you was the real you, was the true you, and the version you're being right now that's kind of insecure and trying to appease people and all this kind of stuff? What if that was the fake you and you were scamming people? Why? Because you were putting on a fake persona to try to appease everybody. Even when things weren't good, you tried to put on that social mask just out of the respect of others around you, right? So one level you could say that it wasn't my fault and I don't have to take any responsibility for that. But if you choose to take a duty, a responsibility to heal this part of you and actually move forward and understand that your traumas that are supposedly holding me back can actually be my greatest triumph, can become the thing that I can alchemize and make into the greatest thing of my life, actually. So when I'm thinking that it's happening against me, I flip it to understand that it's always been for me. Okay. You've got to know how you're speaking to yourself in your own mind, because that's ultimately what's going to be the most important. I'm going to knock this cup over, bro. If I'm not careful, I'm going to do too many gestures and hand movements today because I'm excited. So once I understood that this journey was meant for me, I surrendered even greater into it. You guys get what I mean? Like, I truly allowed myself to feel and give myself a permission slip to feel how it would feel if I were a channeler. I hadn't even channeled yet during this time. This was a while back, maybe 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. Okay. But I was pondering on what it would be like if I would be a channeler. And that trail of thought led me down a curiosity, a rabbit hole that got me to actually study it. I watched Bashar's documentary, First Contact. If you haven't seen it, powerful one on Gaia TV. And a few other ones I remember watching, some Abraham Hicks stuff. I was looking up other channelers at the time, and nothing truly resonated. And that's when I got it. I was like, it doesn't resonate because it's not the Holy Spirit flowing through me, right? That's the Holy Spirit flowing through them, and it's coming off on a sixth density wave or like a, fourth density dimension or something. But really, it's like my message is meant for me, right? And the same goes for you too. So when you channel for others, it's a great thing. You can give a lot of value to your community, to your tribe. And we've been doing it every week, for years now. So if you've missed any of them, see if you can join some of the next ones. Okay. Just see if you can push yourself and not be scared of this thing, because honestly, fear is just in your own mind. It's a complete illusion, right? It's complete dogma. It's complete illusion. There's nothing bad that's going to happen from you summoning, invoking, channeling certain energies towards you, okay, to work with. There's recoil at times, but you have to just know how to deal with that, okay? You got to work with those energies and not against them, okay? Bless up. Hey, Anthony, welcome, welcome, welcome. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Okay. I've been seeing this guy's posts recently, man, and I just want to read out something about telepathy that I wrote down from him. Animal Roy, okay, is his name. Telepathy is a natural human ability that we all possess. When you tune into the space between words, you tap into something far greater than just language. This space holds the wisdom of the universe, an endless stream of consciousness where all thoughts and intentions exist. Have you ever noticed how sometimes you can just know what someone is going to say before they say it? Or you had moments where you felt an unspoken connection with someone across the room? These aren't just coincidences. They're subtle signs of telepathy, an intuitive connection that transcends the limits of spoken words. This is why they say that, communication is like nonverbal mostly, right? Because communication is mostly towards the metaphysical, telepathic. Hey there, Barriqua. So science is beginning to recognize this too. Studies have shown that our brains are wired to pick up on energy, emotions, thoughts, even before they're communicated verbally. This is why we often use the emotions of those around us or experience a gut feeling about someone without them saying a word. Okay, gut instinct is related to your root chakra, your stomach meridians, and all this, right? And there's the heart brain, there's the gut brain, there's the brain, right? Next time you're in a conversation, try focusing on the pauses, the silence, what isn't being said. And you'd be surprised at what you end up perceiving. We're all connected. We're all telepathic. It's time to remember that language is just one way to communicate. But energy, intention, and presence speaks volume beyond words. Okay? Powerful stuff. I'm going to read one more, and then we're going to break some of these concepts down. If you guys have any questions, by the way, just feel free to ask, okay? We can go on several tangents and side quests and dimension hops here. But yeah, stepping into a new reality requires more than just a desire for change. It demands a conscious effort to redirect your energy from the very limiting beliefs, past programs, and old habits that have held you back for too long. When you decide to invest your energy into a higher version of yourself, you're not just making a choice. You're making a shift. You're pulling energy out of stories that no longer serve you and pouring it into the future where you're consciously creating. And in that moment, you step into a radiant energy that governs your new personality, the one that is aligned with your highest potential. You guys see this? So you're taking the energy of the old, you're transmitting it into the future you. You're using the excess energy of the past breakdown, right? We got told to revitalize Primal Sutra, resurrect it, burn it out of the old ashes, right? And have it become a new form of itself, a new evolution, right? Like Pokemon, okay? In the space of alignment, when you attract new experiences, new opportunities, and new successes, it's where you shed the weight of your past and welcome the lightness of the future. Every thought, every action becomes a stepping stone towards the life you've always wanted, but may never be thought possible. The key is to consistently show up for that higher version of yourself. This is the pattern. This is the task, guys. This is what I'm teaching you guys, to stay in the zone, to live in flow, right? It's not just a place you go to when you're working, okay? It's not just something that you do as a mystic, like, okay, let me just do my meditation now. Let me just do my trance work now. And then I'm now distracted for the rest of the day. I'm kind of tapped out, I'm wired out, whatever. This thing can happen. This day can happen, right? We kind of just let it go. We take off the sails of the boat. But you got to choose daily to break free from patterns that no longer serve you. And the more you do this, the more you realize that the true power lies in your ability to create your own reality. Okay? I like this one. Sorry for acting. I sent this to Crystal. Sorry for acting weird. I am weird. It will happen again. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Upward spiral. All right. I found a way to monumentally blend the workings of my inner child form, my youth, right? My youthfulness, my exuberance of that energy of the past, and be able to pull it into my nowness. Me as an adult, as an old man, you could say, okay? I now understand ways to cultivate that old energy that was there to give me reassurance, sustenance, life force, right? In order for me to move and do things and weave in certain ways and have certain answers to certain things, right? Because it's all in a state of mind. It's all in a perspective. So what is the Primal Sutra perspective? We're always going back to the root cause of things. We're always going back to origin, back to the fundamentals. You know, we posted on our Instagram, by the way. Go check that out if you haven't been following it. Okay, it's a Rumi quote. It says, maybe you're searching among the branches for what only appears in the roots. Okay. Now, yesterday we found out something pretty epic, and I want to share it with the tribe here, the greater tribe. I know you guys missed the Ananta channeling, but that's for adepts only, okay? But I want to give you guys still some value. So we got the imagery of the Akashic egg again, and I just want to show you guys this image. Let's see. And then we'll do some socializing breakdowns, right? Some role play stuff. We'll do that too. Okay, so check this out, guys, right? This is the Akasha, the cosmic egg, the unmanifest about to get manifested, right? Through this process. Damn. Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. I knew I needed to see this. Okay. Damn. Okay, this is really it, the theme of this. Let's check Wikipedia. So, hatching, giving rise to a universe. Okay. Giving rise to a primordial being who in turn creates the universe. What do you mean, Sum? Is this a god maker? Well, just look at it. Okay, the Orphic egg. Now look, Iraj is going to love this. His name means primordial waters. The egg is sometimes lain on the primordial waters of the earth. Okay. We click the word primordial, you'll understand its meaning. Earliest, original, OG. Okay. The OG waters of the earth. So this outer shell becomes heaven or firmament, and the inner yolk becomes the earth. As simple elements of an egg, including the ability to offer nourishment and give rise to new life, right? Like how certain things break and hatch out of an egg to bring in new life. Okay. This is great because we have that saying of like, what's first, the chicken or the egg? Heaven and earth are said to have originally existed in a formless state, like the egg of a chicken. We have the answer right there, bro, guys. I'll take the applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. I fixed it. I fixed the universal conundrum. It's the egg first. Okay. The formlessness and then the form. Okay. In the egg, it's still formlessness. The chick doesn't have a beak or whatever, you know? This is one of the many material universes, Brahmandas, which expand from the Mahavishnu when he breathes. Okay, let's read this. This is by William Forsell Kirby. Okay. In the ooze they were not wasted, nor the fragments in the water, but a wondrous change came over them. And the fragments all grew lovely from the cracked egg's lower fragment. Now the solid earth was fashioned from the cracked egg's upper fragment. Rose the lofty arch of heaven. From the yolk, the upper portion now became the sun's bright luster. So the sun, right? The sun became that bright yolk. Oh, okay. From the white, the upper portion, rose the moon that shines so bright. What so in the egg was modeled, now became the stars in heaven. What so in the egg was blackish, in the air, as cloudlets floated. Okay. In Zoroastrian myth, this is called an upper boundary or called a parkan. He says this goes back to Aristotle, who said the earth was spherical and exists within a spherical sky. Okay. Empedocles came up with an analogy of an egg, the outer spherical and bounded sky like the outer shell, where the earth is represented by the inner round yolk within. Damn. Okay. So we're already getting this imagery. And what's interesting here that I found, and I was really fascinated by this, is that it's actually showing. You can find it if I click one of these and go down. Let's see. No, these just look like Easter eggs. But also, infinity looking like a pair of eyes. That was trippy last night, bro. From the Ananta channeling. Oh, they have a cosmic egg audio. Okay. Right. Some are saying this is a way to access the Akashic records, is through the Akashic egg. Crack it open and then. Okay. Cool. Awesome, guys. Any questions on that? Or have we covered it? TXL had a great idea on this where actually I'm going to share this right now. Okay. So there's a story by Andy Weir, right? And it's called The Egg, right? Now I'm gonna infuse this with a kind of raw mysticism and a Primal Sutra energy to it. This was TXL's idea, so shout out to him. Okay. Let me read it. You guys just sense into it. Make it a part of your aura. Make it a part of your energetic system and bodies and meridians. Okay. Make it a part of your inner lightning, your Vajra body. Just allow it to be like a mantra that surrounds you, like nature surrounds you, like clouds. There's clouds in the sky, right? Like there's trees outside, like that. Listen to it like nature, the sounds of nature. Okay. Let's go. The awakening of the eternal. You died. In the quiet, swirling silence of death, your consciousness flickered like an ancient ember caught in the cold winds of the universe. Time ceased, space bent, and then you were there. A place. Not just a place. No beginning. No end. Just being. Just standing before you, a figure. No robes. No halo. Just presence. Like a mountain staring down the sky. Where am I? You asked. Nowhere, the figure replied, voice echoing through the marrow of your bones. And everywhere, this is the beginning and the end of all things, and you were a part of it. You furrowed your brow. Am I dead? Yeah, the figure said with a nod, unshaken. But that's no big deal. Who are you? You questioned, defiance flickering in your voice. Call me God, the universe, the absolute, the first flame. It doesn't matter, said, a grin tugging at the corner of his mouth like a warrior who's seen every battle, won every war, and still thirsts for more. But enough about me. Let's talk about you. You lived a life, one life, just one thread in the infinite tapestry. God continued pacing like a lion surveying its dominion. And now you're here. Not to be judged, not to be praised, but to understand. You stare, trying to grasp what all this meant. Understand what? That you, God said, eyes burning black like stars in the sky. Are you not some fragile speck of dust in the cosmos? No, he's saying you are not some fragile speck of dust in the cosmos. You are the cosmos. You are everything. I don't get it, you said, your mind spinning like a wheel of fortune stuck between awe and disbelief. God stepped closer, their gaze like iron locking you in place. You are every soul that has ever lived, every warrior, every poet, every lover, every villain, all of them were you. Every victory that you have ever celebrated, every betrayal that cut you to the bone, that was you over and over and over and over again. You blinked, trying to wrap your head around it, feeling like a newborn in an infinite battlefield, wielding weapons that you couldn't even comprehend. Reincarnation? You asked, half hoping for an easy answer. Not quite, God said, the smirk growing sharper. Not just living another life, living all lives. Time as you know it is an illusion. Every experience, every sensation, every moment, yours. Every time you were lost in the flow of creation, every time you hit the edge of chaos and walked through fire, that was you leveling up through infinity. Your heartbeat drummed in your ears like war drums. Why? What's the point? God's eyes narrowed, and their voice dropped low like thunder on the horizon. To grow, to evolve, to understand what it means to be the universe itself. And that can't be done through one life alone. You need to feel it all. The ecstasy, the agony, the rise and fall. It's the ultimate game. It's the ultimate truth. You stood there, no longer afraid, but something raw burned inside you. It wasn't defeat. It wasn't submission. It was the realization that you had the fire of God in your veins, that the whole damned universe pulsed through you like blood. So, what now? You asked, your voice steady, strong, as if you'd already known the answer. God smiled, not with warmth, but with the respect a warrior shows a worthy adversary. Now you go back. You've got a lot more to live, more to learn. The journey never stops. You're the primal force in an endless cycle, tearing yourself apart and building anew until you become me. You laughed in a deep primal laugh that echoed through the void. I'm God? Not yet, God said, eyes flashing with something ancient and wild. But you will be. We all are. We all climb the same mountain, fight the same wars. Some are just further along. The void started to collapse in around you. Reality began to take shape once again, pulling you back into this current of existence. But this time, you were different. You were the storm, the hunter, the creator and destroyer. You were not alone. God's voice whispered as you faded into the ether. We are the universe, savage and divine. Now go live another life. Burn bright, tear down the skies. You'll be back when you're ready for the next round. The egg cracks, the universe reborn, and you are its heartbeat. So be it. Okay. How'd you guys experience that? What'd you guys feel when I was saying this? Like, yeah, it's interesting to know some of your perspectives on this. Okay. Very interesting story. Andy Weir originally wrote the story, but it's interesting to see what the AI could come up with based on what it knows about Primal Sutra. And that's exciting, right? We're divine and savage. I think it got us, guys. It's powerful, to understand that you can alchemize the pain within you, that you don't have to just keep chasing after insecurities and chasing after, little trophies that you get in the physical world. You can actually feel good about you and your own metaphysical journey and your own spiritual path. It doesn't have to look so cut and dry like some cookie cutter, version. You want it more so cutting edge. You want it to be something that transcends you, moves you towards your edge, allows you to make the glorious chances that you can make. And the rise is always greater than the downfall. The comeback is always greater than the setback. So no matter what is holding you back, that seems like a roadblock right now, you take that roadblock and you make it into a building block to actually support your dreams and desires, your goals, your ambitions, okay? You don't use the roadblocks to just have them remain roadblocks, right? Like a giant warrior standing in a fast-moving river up to my calves in an astral plane, thrusting my sword into the stream and the energy lines up to my mind. Wow, bro. That's incredible. That's the primal energy, man. It's we have it all within us, We've done it before. We fought all these wars. So we've been to these different places and locations. And it's wild because why do you think you're so pulled towards all these different places and cultures and, um, things? It's like we've been there before, bro. We know it. It's already there. It's just the memory is gone. The spiritual amnesia is taken over. And now we're getting our God memory back. We're slowly understanding that we can crack this cosmic egg. Yeah. Best way I can describe it. The short comment here. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's it's difficult to describe an experience like that, reading something like that. It's it's way too profound. But you did a very good job, man. It's exactly that. Warrior standing in the primeval waters. And we've always said this, being as grounded as the bottom of the ocean. You get it? So you can breathe underwater. Imagine you can breathe underwater. You're just standing at the bottom of the ocean and you're watching all of the aquatic life, just floating around. And you're just thinking to yourself, like, wow, all the chaos happens on the surface, right? All the splashing, all the tsunamis, all the whirlpools. It all happens on the surface, and here I am, being the bridge between chaos and order, right? It's the best way we can describe it, which is the sattvic energy of Vishnu. It's the balancer, right? Between Shiva and Brahma, creation, destruction. So it's powerful, man. It's a really powerful understanding because this path we've known ourselves to be like the gray Jedis in this thing, right? We've looked at both ways and we've understood it's about the middle path, you know? And we can get so lopsided in our own minds at times. You know, we can get so left brain, so step by step, or we can get so wishy-washy and so up in the clouds. Head in the clouds, feet on the ground is the new paradigm forward. It's what we truly need as people to move through the collective with a sense of calm, right? A calm confidence, right? It's the I don't have to yell and shout in order to get attention. I can make a profound comment and harness the same amount of attention that someone who's trying to yell at the top of their lungs is trying to portray. You get that's the energetics of this thing. Is you're so grounded and in tune with your own internal world that anybody entering it, you already have a bridge for them. You already have a way that you can connect because it's already here. Okay, I wanted to show you guys this. Okay, this is about role playing. Okay. Now, mind you guys, okay, this was still at a time where I had my long blonde hair. Okay, so excuse the the shock factor of that. I get it. Okay, I I was trying to look like an anime. Okay, we all know this. But hey, got it off my bucket list. That's for sure. Okay. All right. Sharing. You guys. Okay, you guys have got to let me know in the comments whether you guys can hear this or not. Okay.
On.
Can you guys hear this? Yes. 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 This is not the one we're looking at, but anyway. But look, the sun is shining in my face. Okay. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually installing the sunlight, right, through my third eye down into all of my chakras here. That's why I'm sitting here, and that's why I'm, you know, on this kind of frequency or wavelength. But yeah, can you guys hear it? Just waiting for someone to comment in the live. Can you guys hear this? Can you guys hear this? Hey, did we meet like lifetimes ago? Okay. This is not the one we're looking at, but anyway. Can you guys hear this? Hey, did we meet like lifetimes ago? Okay. Loud and clear. Okay, says Light of Ra. Okay. So what I ended up doing here, guys, is I was just like, wait, did we meet eons ago? Did we meet lifetimes ago? Right. So this is kind of assuming familiarity. And it works out real well, actually. So I said it very softly. I don't know if you guys. And also I have like binaurals and stuff playing in the background, so just don't mind that. It's fine. You won't get too brainwashed by it. Just listen, okay? Hey, did we meet like lifetimes ago, like eons ago?
I don't know.
First, she doesn't accept the frame. Okay? Kinda. You can kind of hear it. Okay. All right. Well, tune in. So check your sound also, if it's on your side. Okay. So yeah, so basically go back a bit. She going, I don't know, really. Right? So the play still has not like started yet. It's kind of like the actors prepping on stage and it's like, oh, fuck, we have to go, right? We have to perform now. Like that's the kind of phase of communication that's happening in this moment. But when she latches on to my frame, then we can take it wherever we want, right? Together. This is like a rule of improv. Okay. So
I don't know.
how can you not know
I
something? That's
think so.
a significant piece of
I
information.
think so.
How can you? I said, how can you not know something? It's a significant piece of information. Okay. Clearly joking at the same time, so I can let it go. She's like, I think so. Now it's like slowly more receptive, right? I think so. I don't know. I think so is way more of a certainty than I don't know. Can we all agree on that, guys? Right? I think so. First you go, I don't know. I think so. Yeah. Okay, and this is where it's going slowly, right? So,
That was in my last lifetime, though.
yeah, last lifetime, exactly. So we probably connect.
Yeah.
So she goes, yeah, right? So knowing this, I stacked on the yeah with my own version of a yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know what you talking. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I knew it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
On me, I knew you looked familiar.
I knew you looked familiar. Okay, guys. Okay. Now she's playing into the reality. It's finally here. This is the pocket. This is the zone. Okay. This is where you want to be because you're just playing with it. It's not serious, this conversation at all. And be like, oh, so what do you do for work? Are you going to the library today? Or like, what? No, we're talking about aliens and shit, right? Yeah, shit. Okay, good, good. So, which spaceship did you actually end up taking? Which spaceship did you actually? I'm putting her on the spot right now with this improv, right? He's going, huh? Okay, I guess I got to come up with some shit, right?
Oh, I took UFO 420.
Oh,
Yeah.
you took that one? Okay, good, good.
Yeah.
Because I got worried for a second because then the like the ha hyperactive chamber beam that you were like going through, it was like super fast for you, right?
Yeah, yeah. That shit. I mean, I felt like I was in like Top Gun or some shit.
Top
Shit got me
Gun.
fucked up.
Fuck. So it's just we're just improvising and riffing, right? Like she brought up Top Gun, I just thought of Tom Cruise. Okay? So it's sort of like that. Like it's like painting, right? When you're painting and then someone adds a next paint to your paint canvas, and you're like, oh yeah, I guess I can add a little bit to this too. Yeah, with this color, right? So you're almost like, I want you to approach it like an artist. Yeah, I know. It's like, why is she turning into Tom Cruise right now? Like running in slow motion. Like,
Right. That's what I was saying. Space got me fucked up.
okay, this is actually really funny if you think about it, right? Like hyper space time chambers and space got me fucked up. And I know I remember you from a past life, you know? Yeah, we're already in this bridge of just like we're in this fantasy world, right? Yes, we are in reality. We're both in our time and space. She's in, I don't know where Altus is in the US, okay? I'm in Kolkata. You know, it's like we should have no similarities with each other, right? But this particular imagination sequence brings us there, right? Enters us into this world. Yeah. Well, we're back here again in this new incarnation. What are we going to do differently? Damn, that's so smooth though. How am I coming up with this too? It's like, damn,
Shit,
what?
I don't even know.
I don't even know, right? She doesn't even know how to respond to that. You don't know?
I've been I've been living the same exact life.
Yeah.
Ain't changed shit.
Wait, nothing has woken you up or shocked you?
Nope.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Hindu sea monster in this lifetime. I can actually say this. Fucking, this is also the truth. Yeah. Like Uncle Makara is a Hindu sea monster, right? But look at her reaction. She's kind of like, huh? Okay.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Now she lost it. She lost the frame. I won. It's game over, right? Yeah, I'm not a human
Oh.
this lifetime. I'm a Hindu sea monster incarnated through a human vessel.
What kind of sea monster?
It like protects the temples, like the front of the temples, called the Makara. It like takes all the Hindu gods to travel across the Ganges, and I just help the gods to move to where they need to be. But now,
That's some Pirates of the Caribbean shit.
That's some Pirates of the Caribbean shit. Look at how I handled this test.
Yeah, straight up, right? But now I'm like in this
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up, right? I just go with it. No
body,
resistance.
started off looking like Eminem, but then my hair grew out. Now I'm looking like Thor or something.
Right? Little bit of that self-deprecation. Bring it back to conscious awareness. We're in this vessel, right? We're in this timeline right now. Yes, we're in this imagination world, but I have to also ground my spaceship down somewhere, right? I can't just keep the spaceship floating. It's got to have some boundary to come back into the
Oh,
He
physical
said
world.
Eminem.
and now like I'm fucking, in this Indian body right now, and I can teach the Vedas, to the West. But like I'm not
Damn.
Yeah.
sure, like where
Fuck.
to take it, I
Fuck.
guess I gotta be like the next Osho or something.
Yeah, see, shit like that shit ain't happened to me. Like the aliens abducted me
Okay.
and they like switch shit around for me. Like they made me restart.
Okay, look. Sometimes it's funny to recognize that if you were in a movie, like what would you actually say in this moment, right? We have little moments like this in real life where we just go, wait a second. It'd be kind of funny to say this, huh? Now, sometimes when we do that, it doesn't go well. And I think that's because we haven't resonated or attuned to the other person's energy enough. But when it is done right, it's such a powerful state shifter, right?
But then my shit ended up being the same. So like, what was the point in abducting me? I didn't get that shit. It was like Men in Black. Shit
What
got me
kind of
fucked
aliens
up.
were they? Like, what did they look like?
What did the aliens look like, right?
Shit, they was just real ugly. That's all I know. I don't really know what they looked like. They was just ugly as fuck.
Hmm. Ugly to
Talking some gibberish and shit.
understand.
I don't know what the fuck they're saying.
Have like
I know what one of them said though. I know what one of them said. I understood it. They called me a bitch. I heard it. I understood their language for a second. They called me a bitch. I was like,
uh uh yeah,
had to shoot them with one of them lasers.
probably has to do with that intergalactic war that we were in like a little while back and
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
fucking
Now I'm just you see, I'm taking threads from whatever, so it doesn't even matter where we go in the conversation. You guys get that? If I was to actually bring this around into the real world and then just suddenly start a connection from here, it would actually be a pretty interesting, fun, jovial interaction. It wouldn't be like out of the box, not out of the
prejudice
ordinary,
of
right?
that, going on.
All right. This shit is confusing me now. You
Okay, this shit is confusing me now. It's way too much, right? First you brought up the aliens, then you brought up the cats, then you brought up the Jimmy Neutron, then you brought up, right? And so understand that the person reacting, right, is still in the worldview of me because I started this whole, you know, role play sequence. Okay. It's actually my responsibility to end it.
serious as fuck. Shit making
No,
me
I
think
love
you're
that
an
I
alien.
actually love that you played along. Like that's fucking dope.
See the realness, the sincerity now. What country am I in? I'm in India, bro.
And I immediately
No, because that's crazy because I actually be doing that shit. Like, I be on the phone with my friends and he be talking in some alien language. I'm like, oh,
yeah, like what the fuck is a beep boop,
yeah. They be like, beep, beep, bop, skip, beep, bop. I was like, oh,
Okay. You guys sense
okay.
this? Let's play it a
Oh
little bit
man.
longer
Yeah,
and
light
then
language is fun.
we'll end it.
Is that a vape? Is that a what are you inhaling?
Yeah, it's a vape. I got me a cart or a pen though, but that shit out.
Nice. You're in the astral right now. You're not even on Earth right now. I can tell. You're like floating.
Bro. Bruh.
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 Bruh. All right. So I added you as a friend. I'm gonna move on.
Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Let's stop the share. Okay. All right. Have you ever been to America? Yeah, I have, bro. I've been there for 4 years in Vermont, where I went to college. And I watched a lot of American TV growing up, doing voices, impersonations of different If you want me to, I can also sound like I'm from Africa. Okay. I can sound like anybody though. So it's not like the ability for me to shapeshift is not that difficult using the voice. Okay. But this is not my natural voice. I'm not like faking this voice. This is what it's been made out to be. Some kind of like I don't know, it sounds kind of like half Canadian, half Californian, and then half from somewhere else, you know, like a tinge of somewhere else. But yeah, my uncle lives in New York and Brooklyn. But yeah, man. Any other questions, anything coming up in regards to that? I think it's just fun to enter into the conversation, just like, wait, where do I know you from? You know? It's like you already the familiarity, bro, you would be drowning in girls like that where I'm out here in America. I know, bro. I need to get over there somehow. Um, I've heard that before. I think that honestly I have work to do here in India to set up some bases and so forth, but I would love to eventually venture out into the States and do what I do over there. You know, I'm already working with people from there, you know, already. So it just makes that's the next logical step, right? So yeah, man, that and also I've been also thinking about like different locations. There are usually a lot of touristy places that people go to over there, like even just like Thailand or like Bali, Goa, these places that are close by that I could still access, you know? But yeah, definitely would be cool to be in America. Maybe like we were thinking of doing an event actually out in Sedona, Arizona. And that's going to be an amazing one. I can already tell. And yeah, we're going to find the Sanat Kumara portal over there. So that should be epic, man. That should be really epic. But yeah, so any other questions? Anything coming up, guys? Socialize. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, cool, guys. So next plans for this channel is we're going to do more live streams, of course, more interviews, just bring on a huge bunch of, you know, names in the field who embody the priest beast archetype and the frequency. So we're only going to bring in people who are divine masculine, divine feminine. Okay, we're not going to bring in like randoms. However, we will practice all of these methods, practice all of the ways in which we remain in our own, you know, spiritual path, but also heavily connected with our social path, right? We don't segregate the two. We don't like, you know, put them apart. A lot of the times you do spiritual work and then you can't socialize either. It's you know, there's a clash between both of those worlds. But for what I understand, it's like this energy is fully alive and it's here right now, and it's what the world really requires and needs is us getting back to the source and the primal again. And it's just such a simple and adjustable way that we can tap into this energy, right? It doesn't need to be an overcomplicated maneuver. It's just so easy for you to be stepping in to your most authentic self and then adding the elements of your higher self to that, right? And you keep expanding that archetype to be greater and greater. And until you created it to such a form that all it can do is start giving, you know, after a point. You know, it can just contribute because it's done all the inner work, so to say. Okay. Even though it's endless, right? Inner work is endless, however, towards at least shaping your lifestyle, right? Where you want it to go, where you want it to move, you know. So yeah, that's what we're working towards. And slowly, I'm starting to go out every week nowadays in social September. So I'm gonna go out tomorrow. And yeah, let's just learn how to re-engage with this as shamans and use energies and frequencies that actually help us. I've noticed that Hermes energy, man, helps me in socializing, or somebody else's for that matter. King Jin is very quick at solving problems and getting things, done. Or like who else? I mean, the energies of any kind of glamour magic, like Saraswati, for creativity, glamour, beauty, Aphrodite, Um, Padmasambhava's energy for the light and divine aura, the lightness and the just destroying demons and turning demons into guard dogs. Okay, that's his energy. And hmm, of course the Bruce Lee mentalities, right? That's just liminal and there still in the background for Primal Sutra. Mechanical instinct, unnatural naturalness, all the concepts, right? I think I really need to get like a Bruce Lee text or something. Like I know of his Shannon Lee, his daughter or whatever, wrote that book, but I want to get some of his own Jeet Kune Do, maybe the Tao of Jeet Kune Do book or something. I'll look that up because I know it has an edge to what we're doing here, right? We're like the spiritual arts instead of martial arts. But yeah, epic guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little breakdown. And I hope you're having an incredible day today, wherever it is that you're tuning in from. Make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button, man. Share this with a friend. Share this channel with a friend, okay? Already, if your friend loves Vaporwave, he's going to love this, okay? So you can just stare at this for hours, and he's going to probably zone out and even ignore what I'm saying. He's just going to look at the background. So just send it to one of your homies who are just like, kind of zoned out like that. However, if you're here for the information, if you're learning something, if you're here to give good vibes and good energy, if you're here to take the entity, the thought form of Primal Sutra and move with it and do something of your own with it, absolutely, it's showtime all the time. That's what we believe in. Okay, there's no hiding, there's no seeking, there's no like trying to get there. Enlightenment now, that's the energy. Okay, let's tap into it. Let's be abundant. Let's work through it. Okay, we are here. We are here. You are it. You are that. Now stay there. Let's get it. Upward spiral gang. May we never be the same again.